today is really special here at Cameron Park Zoo. We have one of our conservation partners here, Martin from the Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation. And he's with the orangutan staff, and he's learning about how we take care of our orangutans and the different training that we do to help improve their welfare while they do live in captivity here in Texas with us. So we showed him all of our basic body presentations, and that's all done through voluntary training because that helps us take care of the orangutans. So because they're so much stronger than humans, we can't just go in there when they need help or when they need veterinary care or some kind of medical attention. So we do voluntary training so that way we can, assess different things going on. Like we can give them their flu shot voluntarily. We could look at other body parts. If they had a cut or a sore, we could treat that without having to anesthetize them.
How long they could make it like that?
KJ's probably held his shoulder for an injection for up to 5 minutes. So they're really good about their holding of their training positions. And then we're also showing him how we do blood draws and blood pressure with the orangutans. So inside the barn with our sleeve and showing him all the different things. So maybe there's different things that he can take back to the orangutans under his care at his facility. This is how we take our arm blood pressure. So we do blood pressure 2 ways here at the zoo. We do finger and arm measurements. So this is our female tough cuff. This is what we use for the girls. And this is our male tough cuff. So this is the boy one. So you can see the size difference. The boy one is a lot bigger than the female one. But here in Waco, we actually use a local company and he can custom make these. And he's made about 7 for different institutions all over the United States. So this is just a normal blood pressure cuff. So one that we use on humans. And then we line up the artery line with the orangutan's arm. And then this would be inside this sleeve, probably about right here. So it goes down in there. There's Kuta. And she would put her arm through it like this. And then we have this like bar that would be in there, and she's trained to rest her hand on the bar. So then she holds for the inflate, we get the reading on the deflate, and then we give her a signal that she can release her arm, and she takes her arm out. The money that was raised from Razak's naming contest, so everybody that supported that from our community actually supported the baby houses over in Borneo. So our little baby here is actually helping his wild cousins over in the wild. So while Martin is here visiting, he gave a talk. So we're excited about that because the community was invited and everybody that wanted to could come hear about our partnership and what he's doing over in Borneo with the orangutans over there. And so just a way to kind of bring everybody in to get them kind of knowing what's going on about things going on at the zoo and also things going on in the wild. It's really, really interesting to have him here visiting because things in a zoo setting are a little bit different from things in the wild. So us working together is a really important step because things that we do here he can use over there, and things that are different about wild orangutans we can even incorporate some of that into our care even though they live in captivity. So it's a really exciting time and a really exciting thing to be a part of because a lot of things like the way that we take care of orangutans, the way that we interact with ours could be completely different from wild orangutans. We only have 4 to take care of, whereas Martin has a very much higher number than that. So things that we do here can't always translate, but I'm sure there's something we can use in our partnership.
I came here because I want to see how our friends in the zoo taking care of orangutan and how they could do something that we could copy it in our center because we have 100 of orangutans, and then we need to know if some friends taking care only 4 or 5 orangutan, maybe they could do something better than us. Then I want to copy it and then make our center doing better. Our friends here showing us how they could train the orangutan voluntary doing something. And then what they did is something that we can copy it, and then when we apply it in our center, we don't have to sedate it orangutan if we want to make the health test. Because now in our center we make every 6 months we make the health test, we have to sedate them. That is not good. That's something that I want to copy from here. We could make the health test without sedating the orangutan. We're working in the field like a team, and then there is a keeper, there is a veterinarian working there, there is a biologist, there is a economist, because we have to calculate the benefit of orangutan in terms of economics, and then we could explain to the policymaker that when we protect the orangutan, there's a benefit for the country and for the human. When the orangutan come to our center, we train them to be wild. Here, we train them voluntary to be a health test, something like that. But in the forest, in our center, we train them to be wild. We have the forest school level 1, like primary school, forest school level 1, level 2, level 3, and then we have island. That's we put the orangutan on the island, and then we minimize the interval of human. And after that, we evaluate that, and if they graduate from that path, we can send them to the forest, and they will be in the forest forever. That's our plan. All orangutan that could be out from the cages should be in the forest. Orangutan mostly come for us after there's a forest fire, after there's land use changes, and but the small numbers come from repatriate because there's an illegal trade. I hope we could copy it and make in our project. It means we could raise the animal welfare in our center. It helps us a lot.
The Cameron Park Zoo in Waco is a member by invitation of the World Association of Zoos and Aquariums and is an accredited member of the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, a worldwide organization of more than 200 accredited members who are leaders in global wildlife conservation and assistance in helping animals in their native habitat. For more information, visit CameronParkZoo.com.